Arsenal fans, we can. We share the points at the Stamford Bridge. Not one of our best matches, not one of the best moments, but how can you rate the match?
Absimal, very absimal. Absimal in the sense that I must give kudos to Chelsea. They did a very good job, even though both sides played the same formation, the same 4-2-3-1, 4-3-2-1 formation. But I think where we had lapses were in three areas: the central defenders, the pairing of Hincapié and Mosquera, and Bukayo Saka not taking the game by its grit because he had a lot of opportunities. I would have expected him to make those balls with him, those his final balls to tell. You know, the only time he did it, we got a goal. Uh, I think Ateta also, I will fault him in this area because two central defenders playing for the first time in a league match. I don't think this kind of high tension match is where you're going to play both of them first. I would have expected him to play Timber and either of them rather than playing the two. You could see how G3 for the first time, Mosquera passed more than 20 back passes to the goalkeeper. Hincapié was almost going to give a bonanza to Pedro. You know, so this is quite unfortunate that we did not take the opportunity to consolidate our lead on the summit.
Let's talk about the second half here, especially with the defense. We see Hincapié doing most of the job today in the second half. Let's rate his performance. What do you think about him in overall? Having a yellow card and later, coming in with a fire in the second half. What can you say about his character?
You know, Hincapié is a warrior. We know him as a warrior. He plays that South American warrior-like football. And I think when he got into the dressing room in the second half, they were able to tell him to calm down. And he took that into consideration. If you want to look at our back line in the central defense, between him and Mosquera, I think is the best. I will rate him 7/10. Because if not for his warrior-like style of playing, I'm sure I would have lost this game. But Mosquera, very disappointed because you came in that match against Liverpool at Anfield just 5 minutes into the game, and you slithered in like perfect guy. But I don't see why you are tense in this game. He couldn't bring the ball out, and that impacted on the way we were playing going forward. Declan Rice now could not do those maneuvering runs going on. You will see Declan Rice today. If you ask me who the man of the match is, that is my man because he did a yeoman's job going forward, coming back. At the point, I thought he was playing as a defender. So it is what it is. And also the officiating was completely out of order because Taylor was just issuing out yellow cards to Arsenal players like cookies,
Honestly.
And you could see that Caicedo ought to have gotten that red card earlier. There were two yellow cards he would have gotten. But he tried to, even if the VAR didn't ask him to go and look at that kick, he would have just overlooked it because that didn't happen in his presence. But because it is what it is, the PGM oil and the style of, it is not only about Arsenal. But what I've always asked for is consistency, parity in the way you officiate. You saw something, that's the career-threatening tackle. Give the man the red card you are giving. Do you need to go and watch that the second time? You don't need that. Even me watching it from the first tackle, because the guy did not touch the ball, you stepped on you, and it was by force.
Yeah.
Merino was lucky to have completed this game.
Exactly. And Merino scoring the only goal for today. And Yoko has been introduced into the second half. Let's look at these two players. How can you rate their performance?
Yoko has need to fight for his position because Merino, I always said that he's a player that we underrated, but has become a cognitive player in the team. Basically, you can't do without him. It will be difficult to do without him. You could see him, he falls into the midfield. Just look at that header, how he took it, And Chelsea give it to them. They played very well today, going forward, defending, and the idea to play James in the midfield also paid off. We saw that happen in the what's it called? We saw it happen in the Club World Cup against PSG.
Yeah.
Saw it happen against Barcelona, and today again, the way he plays going forward is fantastic.
All right. Lastly, where was your highlight? Who is your man of the match?
I'll give it to Declan Rice any day. That guy's energy, the way he takes care of the ball, the way he's so concerned. I wouldn't know if he's the one that flicked that ball into the net or is it Chalobah, because I could see one of our players flicking that ball. He touched one of our players.
It was Chalobah actually, and a poor defending from.
Yes, that's why I told you now, because our middle was bad. The strength we had when the Arsenal defense is super solid is the two central defenders because they don't allow any ball to go. Mosquera he didn't find his feet today. He didn't.
Overall, the team was really, really off. But we will move forward to future matches. Do you think that the team still got the fire to continue and be
No,
the title
I
race?
know when they get to the dressing room, they'll be disappointed because they know that this is an opportunity for them to take the 3 points at stake and consolidate their lead on the summit. It's basically similar to what happened against Sunderland when they went back to the dressing room. They were flattered, they were disappointed, they were upset, and in the next match, they played the best football we've ever seen. Going forward, one thing is phenomenal about this team: the sense of camaraderie, the way we play collectively well. Nobody is blaming the other person. We're playing as a knitted team. We're concerned whether Mosquera is not playing well, Hincapié is not playing well. That is why you could see Declan Rice falling back to the defense because he knew these two guys like they are misnomer in today's game and that they needed help and he went there to support them. So going forward, I think we should be able to take this on the chin and know that it's one of those places you go to stumble. But on a good day, or rather on a bad day in the time pass, this is one of those matches that Arsenal would have lost.
Exactly. And today we are grateful though. It's one of our worst performance, I can call it, but we are able to get a point. So I believe that in more matches to come, we'll do well.